Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, but it's 100% truth. Shout out to Akim on all the four corners, pushing this word in truth and sincerity now more than ever. To the Akwaf, the sisters who listen and learn, the Confusion of Faith brothers, and the Israelites who are tuning in, just waking up to this truth, getting ready to teach. The U.S. say Shalom. And I wanted to elaborate a little bit on my on the last video I did about the fire that's currently going on right now in Paris. And I got a little excited because I was on YouTube and I saw that, and I was just like, and Spirit just hit me. I jumped on it right away, man. And sometimes that happens, but I wanted to hit a couple more scriptures because this happening because they the wicked, So I typed in the wicked, so I'm gonna hit a few precepts, and whatever pops out, I'm gonna read that, and Lord willing, it'll be edifying. But I'm just gonna roll with the Spirit on this one. First Kings 8:32. Then hear thou in heaven, and do and judge thy servants, condemning the wicked. And that's what we doing. We condemning the wicked, to bring his way upon his head, and justifying the righteous, to give him according to his righteousness. Yeah, and basically it's like 2 Ezra 2:16. Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of the follower. And world, that word goes in, when you look it up in ancient Greek, it means age. So Esau's age is almost done, and Jacob's age is coming up, and that's the kingdom of Israel, man. Got a couple bookmarks that might pop out. Jeremiah 3:14. Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, for I am married unto you, and will take you one of a city and two of a family, and bring you into Zion. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And the pastors that according to the Lord's heart are the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, or anyone coming out of One West pushing this doctrine, man. And jump down to 17. At the time they shall call Jerusalem the throne of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and all nations shall be gathered unto it. To the name of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, to Jerusalem, neither shall they walk any more after the imagination of their evil heart. And that is basically what it is. It's just like you follow the heart, you follow your own will, and then you end up walking after the flesh, and that's the way of death. Genesis 6:5. And power saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And why is that? Because the imagination, when you go off from the law, statute, and commandment, man, it's like when you go off from these laws, you start to realize that you have something in your heart. Say you have a dream. Say you want to be like a football player. Say you want to be a singer. Say you want to make a movie, man. Say you want to make a cartoon or make a comic book, man. Say you want to do any of these things out in the world, and it's just you doing it out of passion, man. You might be creating something out of passion, and you think it's right, but at the end of the day, it's just you're doing it to make money. You're doing it so it's just you don't have to do, so you won't have to struggle. You doing it to walk after the flesh and be okay in this life. End of the day, it may be for your soul, it may not, but the reason you pursuing these avenues, man, the reason you Jake be pursuing these avenues, trying to be famous or whatever, trying to have anything like that, it is basically walking after the flesh. So no matter what you imagine, it's wouldn't it be cool if there was a band that operated like this? Well, guess what? You still gotta sell tickets, man. You still gotta make it turns into a business, man. And music being a part of our culture, it's a damn shame that you can't play music in this world the right fucking way for people without charging them for a fucking ticket. I'm digressing a little bit, but my point is, it's just like you walking after the flesh if you're doing something like that, and that imagination, you know, you start going off, and that's a bitter pill to swallow, but it's true. Romans 6:8, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And that's pretty much the whole thing. Jump back to Romans 8:2. For the law of the Spirit of life is in Hamashiach Yahushai, hath made me free from the law of sin and death. And the laws of sin and death is like walking after mammon, because you can't. In Matthew, Lord says you can't walk after man. You can't serve two masters. You can't, serve the Most High and mammon. But so if you're trying to like all these Hollywood executives and shit, they make movies. Let me turn the camera on. One second. It is a little shaky, but Slovakia, forgive me. All these Hollywood executives, they make movies and stuff, and it's all based on the Bible, and we know it's based on the Bible. But, these same people, they go around saying, like, the Bible doesn't matter, this, that, and the other. Then how come all of our entertainment is Bible fan fiction, man? How come all of our entertainment is like the precepts of men? It's like someone can grow up in this society and not know nothing about nothing, and they get all these ideas and philosophies on TV because they all talk about, the same type of thing, because it's all deviated from the same source. It's all deviated from the Bible. So like when you dig to look and figure out, well, why is that? You start to realize this, and like you either you come across the truth and you either accept it, or you get down with it, because it's just like, who wouldn't want this world to pass away, man? This is slavery. Matthew 6:24, no man can serve two masters, for evil he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. You cannot serve power and mammon. You cannot serve the Most High and mammon, basically, So it's just like, they might be dudes that have careers, there might be Jake, he has a band and stuff, and they successful. Be confusion or face or not, but he think what he doing is right, in his own heart. But like, Jake could be into Christianity, Roman Catholicism, because they want you to, and they want you to promote anything but the truth. You can't serve, so you can't have a career, and you can't, like, after you're done playing your set, you can't just say all praises to the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Karkadash, and drop the mic and walk off stage, because those people that are writing your check are gonna fucking kill you, man. That's why you can't serve the Most High and mammon. And a lot of these celebrities, they might know the truth, but they can't fucking do anything, man. If they say anything, they get killed. And I guess they're afraid of getting killed. Jeremiah 23:26. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yes, they are the prophets of deceit of their own heart. And like these rock stars, they giving you the same fucking message. These movies giving you the same fucking message. These TV shows giving you the same fucking message you find in the Roman Catholic Church. And what's that message? The message of the wicked Pharisees that say that Yahushua go save anyone who believes on his name. Meanwhile, the scriptures point blank say, you can't redeem. That word redeem means to buy back, and so like when it says your redeemer, your redemption is at hand. You can't. You can't. How the Lord go by? How the Lord go buy back someone who he never knew. How he go redeem another nation if he never knew him. That's why salvation's only for Israel and Slovakia. I can't find it, but it don't make no sense for these churches to be like, because they don't go deep into scripture. It makes no sense. And you walk into a church, nobody wants to fucking talk about anything other than like surface level shit. If you bring something like I think Malachi. I believe it's Malachi. If you bring something like this up, Malachi 3:6, for I am the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. So who's the son of Jacob? You bring that up to a pastor's face. You bring that up to Tom, Dick, or Harry, or Jill, or Jane, or whoever the fuck is sitting in these goddamn churches listening to these motherfuckers. They go at like habitually out of habit. They bored and they don't want to dig in the scripture. They don't want to read the book. Most people that go to these churches, they're afraid to open up the book for themselves. Like I said, Malachi 3:6, for I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. Or ask them about this, Matthew 25, 25 and 32. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one for the other. So when the scriptures clearly say that the Lord will separate the nations one from another, as a sheep divideth his sheep from the goats, how he go save everyone? How we all go rise and come together like some certain fucking people are trying to push, like Esau trying to push. Oh, we all got to rise and come together because we all the same people. We all, you know what I mean? It's just like, no, we created differently than you. There ain't no rising and come together, because most of y'all don't even want to rise and come together for your own damn selves. So how you go fucking be up on stage singing some song about how we have to rise and come together? Now, I'm digressing a little bit, but like it aggravates me. Before coming into the truth, I used to see this. I used to see a band, and it seems spiritual with the lyrics and stuff, But how come you look around the room and ain't nobody getting off on it, for lack of a better term, the way you are? And these types of things, it is meant to distract Jake. Confusion of face or not, man. All these things are distractions from the truth. I listened to a song from that band the other day, and it was just like, it was like 40 minutes and 10 seconds, and it was like 144, but it's flipped, and that's how you know. And it was a jam, like instrumental music mostly, but that's how you know that this is the left-hand side. This is how you know that's the left-hand side, because that shit flipped. That shit was 144 flipped, hold into a mirror, and what 144 looked like, it looked like 441. That's how you know this shit the left-hand side, man. But you bring that up to a pastor, and they honestly, they might just shut up and walk away, because they don't know how to. They might get confounded. But how you go up to a pastor? You go up to a pastor. I'm sorry, I'm fucking Slovakia. I'm rambling, but like Matthew 25 and 32 just breaks the entire Roman Catholic Church apart, man. He shall separate them one from another. Because Israel is his chosen people, the children he led out of Egypt. And I don't know the correct where the scripture is right now, but the scripture says, only ye have I known. So, you know, shit, man. Separate them one from another. How can you possibly push a doctrine telling that, oh, Edomites can make it, Moabites can make it, Elam can make it, this, that, all nations can make it, when Matthew 25:32 says, and before him shall be gathered all the nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set his sheep on the right-hand side, and the right-hand side is where Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai sits, you know, and the goats on the left, and the goats on the left, and on the left-hand side is where the spiritual demon Satan sit. But the left-hand side, right-hand side, they all work for the Most High at the end of the day. You know, those holy angels and demonic angels, they always have to bow at the Most High and say it's done. Because the Most High is in control of everything, even Satan. And of course, he's making Satan think he got a chance, but... And the sheep shall... Again, Matthew 25:33, and the sheep shall... And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, and the goats on the left. So who's on the left-hand side? Esau. Using spells and all that shit. Using music. You want to know what the left-hand... Example of the left-hand side is like... All this music is hypnotic, man. It's designed to hypnotize you, man. You telling me that's not witchcraft? You ever listen to Grateful Dead? They have a song called "The Music Never Stop." You know, and they dropped it, and they say in the middle of the song they drop the word Jehovah. Well, the Lord's name ain't Jehovah. It's Yahweh. Wicked Pharisees, man. Wicked Pharisees go beyond the church, man. Wicked Pharisees go beyond the freaking church. Luke 11:39, and the Lord said unto him, now do ye Pharisees make clean outside the cup and the platter, but your inward parts is full of raving and wickedness. Yeah, they full of raving and wickedness because they chasing after mammon. If you forget about rock stars, let's drop the fucking rock stars and go back to the church. Luke 11:44. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are as graves which appear not, and the men that walk over them are not aware. And the men that go to these churches, they not aware. They not aware that they're listening to wicked Pharisees, man. That's part of that mental prison that Jake in. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the 12 tribes of Israel, including the confusion of faith that has been scattered among the four corners of the globe. (11:40) Ye fools, did not he that made that which is without make that which is also, but rather give aim of such things as ye have, and behold, all things are clean unto you. But woe unto you, Pharisees, for thy mint and thy rule, and all manners of herbs, and pass judgment over the love of power. These ought ye have done, and not to leave the other undone. Woe unto you, Pharisees, for the love of the uppermost seats in the synagogues, and greetings in the markets, man. And they in the synagogue of Satan. Revelation 2:9. I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not, but they are of the synagogue of Satan. And the synagogue of Satan goes beyond Jewish people, those Amalekites, because they, honestly, those people, America is Israel's bitch. The state that they call Israel, Amalek, America is Amalek's bitch. They are not Jews. You can't tell me they Jews when they don't fucking... You can't tell me they Jews when they don't follow a lunar Sabbath. Slovakia, I'm heated, man, but... You know, you go up to a pastor and be like... He probably won't even believe that the Most High can raise a man from the dead. Wisdom of Solomon 2:1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not all right. Our life is short and tedious. And in the death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to return from the grave. They don't believe in the power of the word, Lord, man. They exalt themselves like the eagle, like, because that's how you know they Edomites, man. Obadiah 1:4. What's on the back of your of the 25-cent coin, a quarter? What's on the back of a quarter? Eagle. It's a beast system, man. It's all leading up to that charagma anyway, man. That chip, man. That this measles outbreak, there's gonna be more false flags. Brother Adam Redden says it's false weather. Man, it feel like false weather out here. Why? Tell me why it's so fucking windy when the sun is so fucking bright, man. Tell me why these clouds just came. The sky was fine, and it started raining. And the sky cleared up, and then clouds come right back in, man. Tell me that's not a heart machine. Yeah, of course the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua can do whatever he pleases. But it's pretty much obvious that he's using Esau as he pleases to use that weather machine. And Esau think he using a weather machine. He didn't even understand that the Most High put the spirit on him to use that fucking weather machine. Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them come to worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. But he's not talking about the synagogue of Satan, because he don't love Esau. Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. Point blank, period, man. No, what this is talking about, man? Like I don't know, man. This I got a little bit off topic, but it all came from I was watching a brother's video and the spirit pop on me to to elaborate on this Paris situation. No, but it all go back to this. There's a reason why that place burning down. We glad to see it burning down. Burning down the house. And it's off topic, but I'm pretty sure Dave Byrne may have been a Jake. Talking Heads, they too much in that music. He got some type of zeal, man. Dave Byrne got some type of zeal. But this is like a small precursor, man, of what's coming to America, just like Venezuela. Slovakia. Yeah, but the Lord go come like a thief in the night, man. He came like a thief in the night for these motherfucking Edomites in Paris and this goddamn cathedral that they built. Which, mind you, is the same architecture found in Mount Seir. So how are these guys not Edomites? Esau's high places. The brother was talking yesterday. I believe he an elder. Yahushua coming back. He had a video yesterday talking about all the cities in Europe. Those are Esau's those are his real high places. Because yeah, when you really think about it, these people live in Europe, man. As like I'm talking right now, I'm talking about the economic elite. These are their high places, man. These are their high places that are gonna be trodden down, man. And this is prophetic, man. This is a very beautiful thing. Brothers should be rejoicing right now, seeing this stuff. But you know, the scriptures also say that every prophet, shall be ashamed of his own vision. So it's just it's a balance, man. It's this thing about balance, But these Edomites, they don't understand balance, and that's why the whole shit fucked up. And I got more fake ass wind. And the Lord say he's going to send a destroying wind against Babylon. I can't find it, but the scriptures also say that he's going to make Esau's tongue fall upon himself. And like, yeah, their tongue is the sword, man. All this shit crashing down on Esau right now. All this shit. Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahushua hath not done it? But these people can't grasp that. These people can't grasp that Notre Dame is burning up because they did something wrong, and the Lord is pissed off at them. They can't humble themselves to admit that the Lord had done it. Surely the Lord, Yahushua, power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants the prophet. The lion hath roared, who will not fear? The Lord Yahushua, power has spoken, but who can prophesy? And we've all been telling you this shit go happen, man. And now we're seeing a small glimpse of what's going to happen to America, man. Maybe even before the nukes hit. Because the scriptures say it's going to be chaos. We don't know it's going to be chaos. Here we go. Joel 2:2. A day of darkness and of gloominess. A day of clouds and of thick darkness. Do that not look like clouds and thick darkness to you? Paris is fucked, and they fucking deserve it. Because the original kings of England were Jake. The kings of Europe. So these Edomites come rolling around calling themselves dupe this, dupe that. I'm going to continue. As the morning spread upon the mountains meaning the nations, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall any more after it, even to the years of many generations. So this is Esau's kingdom of wickedness, man. Ain't nothing been like this shit before. Ain't nothing been like no society before where you got credit cards and all this blah 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 bullshit designed to keep you in debt. Neither shall there be many after it. Why? Because we're looking forward to a new heavens and a new earth. Even to the years of many generations, man. But there's going to be a new heavens and a new earth. But, you know, the earth has to be cleansed by fire, man. Because the first time the Lord had to cleanse the earth because of Sodom and Gomorrah and what we read in Genesis 6 and 9 or 6 and 5, Slovakia. The Lord promised that He never again flood the earth. But you know, He ain't say nothing about fire, because you know that's prophecy, man. This place got to be cleansed by fire. That's the only way. Isaiah, a couple precepts just popped up. Isaiah 56 and 17. For behold, I create a new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind. Yeah, because like once this place is gone, we ain't gonna remember this place, because nobody wanna remember this place, man. This place is suffering, man. America is a bitter, rebellious captivity, and that's why it's called America, man. It's a fucking bitter place. 65 and 18. But be glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. We're gonna be joyous in the kingdom, man. 65 and 19, and I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and my joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. Ain't gonna be no pain, because we're gonna have the law, statutes, and commandments engraved in our hearts and in our minds, and we won't be able to go off. We won't be able to sin. Man, we won't be able to do nothing except please the Lord, man. There should be no more crying and weeping, man. But why is there crying and weeping now, man? Because the wicked are in power. Oh, but they taken out of power. As you can see right now, here's a little glimpse, man. You know, when the wicked are in power, the people mourn. Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. We're in a state of mourning, man. Israel's in a state of mourning. Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai in a state of mourning, because man, we're not in Jerusalem. We're living in sin. Who wants to keep living in sin when we know there's something better? And for the majority of our lives, we thought that the only better thing in America was being, you know, we thought the end-all be-all was being rich. But to be honest, all I ever saw going down that path was a drug addiction. A heroin addiction. I never saw anything else. And most Jake can't see anything else because we wrapped up.
This is an NBC News afternoon from New York. We're coming back on the air with the breaking news out of Paris, where an inferno is burning at the famed Notre Dame Cathedral, one of France's most popular tourist destinations.
Yeah, Edomites love to visit this shit. Isaiah 24:4, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The hardy people of the earth do languish. The hardy people. You know who that is? The motherfucking tourists. You know, these Edomites going to these places that are just mini Babylon the Great. Why the fuck would anyone want to travel? When you travel and go any other country, it ain't nothing but like it is in America, man. It's mini Babylon the Greats. Got a bunch of mini Babylons here, there, everywhere, all over Europe. All these countries that Esau occupy. Oh, the hardy people of the earth do languish. Yeah, they languishing now. Because they can't go to those tourist attractions no more. And good, they had their time. It's about time for this shit to burn up. Jeremiah 16:5. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament, nor bemoan them. For I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, ever loving kindness and mercies. You know, so don't feel bad. You know, you see some shit like this, don't feel bad. Because these Edomites deserve it, point blank, period. And that's all I got to say on this topic before I start rambling around in circles again. So, Lord willing, this was an edifying video, and you know, like it says in Isaiah 24:24, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world, I'm getting tongue-tied, languisheth and fadeth away. The hardy people of the earth do languish. Yeah, you know, they languishing right now. And don't feel bad for them. Jeremiah 16:5, don't feel bad for them. So, Lord willing, this was an edifying video. And until the next one, I say shalom. Kwam Yasharallah and Wa'ababa Bowl.